Welcome back to the channel, everyone, for another ESO build video. I'm Fuzzy Juggernaut. Today I'll be showing you my updated version of my Stam DK build for the Stonethorn patch. But first, before I get into the build, if you like the video or the content on this channel, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and push that notification bell to get the latest content from this channel. Now let's get into it. I just wanted to state that the old build is still very viable and works just as good as it did in the last patch. So if you still want to run that, go ahead. It works really well. But for this patch, I wanted to add a little bit more damage while still being able to keep that tankiness along with that good survivability. So I was just trying to change it up a little bit. Also, there will be 3 to 4 setups that I'll be going over, and I'll put them all into the description below the video so you can check those out and see if you want to try any of those ones out too. Overall, this build is a lot of fun to play and works well for both solo and group players. This build also works very well in non-CP and in CP. So whatever type of PvP or campaign you like to play in, you'll be good to go with this build. But enough talk, let's get into the build. So let's hop into the character sheet. So we're sitting at almost 17,000 Magicka. We're almost 1,000 Magicka recovery. Our health's 33,615. And our health recovery is at 1155. Max stamina is at 19,500, which we can get it higher if you want. I'll go over that in a little bit. Stamina recovery is at 1,000. Our weapon damage is going to be 3692 unbuffed. Our weapon crit's really not that big because we're not going for weapon crit on here. But it's at 15%, and this is in non-CP. 20,000 spell resistance on the front bar, unbuffed, and 17,000 physical resistance on the front bar, unbuffed, and then we're sitting at 1692 critical resistance. Now let's buff up. Back bar resistances in non-CP is 27,566. Physical is 24,266. Our weapon damage, we're sitting at 4,747. This is not bad, especially since we're a heavy armor tank build in this. So pretty much, I know we have low stamina, but you can get that up by changing the Mundus or adding certain other things. Take down a little bit of your health, whatever you want to go. It works any of the ways. I have 44 into health still, and 20 into stamina, so it's still the same for those. You can switch them around if you'd like. We are running the warrior on this. Now I said you can run the tower for increased stamina, give you a little more resources. For our food, I'm running bee with sugar skulls. You can run our tame takeaway broth, or any tri-stat food you would like, actually. That gives you quite a bit of resources, so it's up to you. We actually do have Emperor Alliance on here, so our actual damage will be like 45 something. I think it's like 45.96 or something like that. So it's 100 and something off, but it's not too bad. We're still at pretty high damages for being this tanky. And our health, obviously, too. So our health, I think, sits at like 32,000. Now we'll go into inventory. Also, I'm running tri-stat pots, same as the last time I showed this build in videos. And there's going to be multiple ways to actually run this build with multiple sets. It's going to be all depending on your playstyle and your preference, so, and I'll get into that right now. But for this first set that I'm running, I'm still running Eternal Vigor. You don't have to run this. I just prefer it, especially non-CP and even in CP, but mainly non-CP, to have a little bit of the regens on everything. It makes it really nice, especially since we're at low resources, sort of. On the front bar is my sword and board. Actually, it's not my damaging bar. I just have it set up like this. We have a Crusher enchantment on there, and it's sharpened. You can put Nirnhoned or powered. Will help with the healing, especially on your healing bar, so it's completely up to you. Everyone should know what Eternal Vigor does. If you don't, you can just pause the video and look at this and check it out. But pretty much it just gives us a bunch of recoveries and health, and then when we go really low, it gives us a crap ton of health recovery. The shield I've reinforced with Tri-Stat enchantment on here. Same thing. Here we go. Poisons, double dot health poisons. And then I have Maul of Eternal Vigor, Nirnhoned. You can go Sharpened if you want. I just wanted some more damage. Sharpened would still be viable on here, especially since we're lacking a little bit of penetration. But you can do what you'd like. Go Sharpened or Nirnhoned, either way. I just kept it Nirnhoned. I have a weapon damage enchantment on here. You don't have to run this on here either if you don't want to, but I don't really normally light attack a lot of the time with my back bar, so I prefer to have the weapon damage enchantment on my front to hit with. People can talk shit all they'd like, but it works for me, and if it doesn't work for you, then you can change it out. Then I have the Helm of Eternal Vigor because we're running Malacath also. Tri-Stat enchantment on here, reinforced on the helm. Then Ancient Dragonguard is going to be our second set. The set is amazing. I was using it quite a while back too, but I just was going through so many different sets that I liked and really trying to get which ones I wanted to use. And I've gotten down to this one and two others. So Ancient Dragonguard's good. I got reinforced on the chest with Tri-Stat enchantment. You can put that Tri-Stats on everything. The only thing I don't have Tri-Stat is on the shoulder. So I've reinforced on this. Is going to give us health, weapon damage, and spell damage, and weapon crit, and spell crit. And then the fifth ability is going to give us close to 300 weapon damage and spell damage, while your health is above 50%, and then adds 3,339 physical and spell resistance while your health is below 50%. So it's really nice because, yes, you have high damages when you're high up, and since we're tanky and we got a lot of armor, it's not easy for people to take us below 50% already as it is, and we have high resistances. So it allows us a lot of damage in the beginning, and then we start getting bogged down by multiple opponents, and they do take you down below that. You get extra resistances to put you almost to the cap, so it's really nice. A really good set to run. Gives us a lot of damages. A little bit of crit, which really doesn't matter. Helps with the healing on the back bar, I guess, but it's not like too big of a deal. The other set you can run is also Stuhns, which I run, and I run actually a 4-piece. You can run the 5-piece if you'd like. This is a really good set. It's going to give you a lot of the physical penetration that you'll need. You lack a little bit with the health, but since we're so tanky, you should still be okay. It's completely up to you. Stuhns, I run this 5-piece sometimes, but mostly I found I'll actually run 4-piece of this, and I don't have the set on here right now because I'm on a different character, but I'll run 4-piece of Stuhns on the body, and then I'll run Slime Craw, monster set, head and shoulders, and along with the Malacath, and that gives me the 25% from the Malacath and 8% from Slime Craw. Plus it gives you a little bit of crit, which we really don't need, like I said, but you'll have like, I think you'll be at like 24% crit, which will help with your healing on the back bar. Then for our monster set, one piece monster set, we're running Domihaus Arm Corps. This is just pretty much for the first trait, so we can get the stamina and max magicka, which is really nice. If you don't want to run this and you want more regen, you can go for BloodSpawn for stamina recovery, or you can go Balorgs for more damage. It's completely up to you, whatever you'd like, or Crags for more physical penetration. Up to you. But try stats on everything. Impen and then reinforced. So we have 3 reinforced and 4 impen on the build. Try stat everything. Ancient Dragonguard on all the body pieces. And then Eternal Vigor for the jewelry. Infused on all with all weapon damaging glyphs. You can put one regen glyph on here if you'd like. It's completely up to you, or you don't have to put them all to infused. But I wanted max damage, and I can sustain at this low level of stamina. So, like I said, everyone's playstyles are different. And then, like I said, Malacath ring. You don't have to run this. You could actually put on this one right here. It's going to lower our damage by like 300. But we'll see what it's at here. Without the Malacath, and then you could also run, so we're at 4372, which isn't bad, and then you could actually run Slime Craw or Balorgs or whatever you'd like for our leap, because we get our leap back pretty fast, and that will give you increased penetration and damages, and you get quite often, so it's up to you. If you want to run that way, you can. I like the Malacath just for the dot damage because it really helps to tick people down. Now for our skills. Skills are pretty much the same. Running Noxious Breath deals good amount of damage. Let me buff up real quick so you can see, get them all tool tipped. So we're sitting at 10,318 poison damage over 14 seconds, 5,500 poison damage initial, so it's not bad. Reduce their physical resistance. Venomous Claw sitting at 13,328, 3,581 for the initial poison damage. Igneous Weapons. I still run this because it lasts for almost a minute. It's good in my opinion. You could run Rally or any of that stuff, whatever you'd like. It's completely up to you. Then Dizzying Swing. Executioner for Execute. And then we have Take Flight. Let me rebuff up real quick. Take Flight. So it's only 15,000 physical damage for the Take Flight, but you can put whatever you'd like. If you want to put Dawnbreaker, you can. I just like Take Flight because it's cheap. We get it fast. It knocks them back, stuns them, and does a decent amount of damage, and it goes really well with our combo that we hit. Back bar, running Resolving Vigor. Now this, still have our buff, so... So we're sitting at 15,000 on this over 4 seconds. It's not a big heal at all, but it really helps, especially stacked with Igneous Shield, because the Igneous Shield is going to give us 25% for 3 seconds. So you're going to pop your Vigor and then hit your Igneous Shield, and your healing is going to be really nice. So you have Resolving Vigor, Igneous Shield, plus this will give us a little mini damage shield. It's nothing big, but it helps out. Everything little thing helps out. So Hardened Armor, this is going to give us another little bit of a shield. It's really nice, give us our physical and spell resistances. And then we have Green Dragon Blood. This is, I still like this, so we have 2 heals on here. 1 Stam, 1 Magicka. Allows us a little bit of diversity between our resources if we're running low on one or the other. It does cost quite a bit of Magicka, but we're sitting at like 18k Magicka, and in CP I think we're sitting at like 20k Magicka or something like that, so we have enough to use this stuff. This is going to give us a decent amount of heal, and then it's also going to increase our recoveries too for our stamina and our health recovery, which is really nice, and our healing received by 8% for 23 seconds. So but all 3 of these right here, Resolving Vigor, Igneous Shield, and Green Dragon Blood, when you're in an oh shit scenario where your health's really low, it really stacks really nice with Eternal Vigor, and your heals are massive. I think I got like a 16 or 17k heal already tick. So then we have Absorb Missile. You can switch this one out if you want. I just like to run this as an extra shield, so we have 2 little mini damage shields, and then this one helps save us against those snipers and that type of stuff. But you can run whatever you'd like, and it also gives us resources back. So And then I have corrosive armor. Preferably I'd run the sword and board ulti here, but my sword and board's only 45, as you can see, and my two-hander's only 49 on this guy. So yeah, you can run whatever you'd like. Corrosive armor works well. It's not something that I try to use a lot, but ultimately I would either use undo or the sword and board ulti. Now we'll go into our champion points. These should still be the same also. I can't use them really into CP because I play a lot of this guy in CP and non-CP, both a lot. Preferably I like a lot of non-CP gameplay more, but just for everyone. I have 51 into Warlord, 11 into Sprinter, 1 into Siphoner, and you can change these how you see fit because everyone's playstyles are different. This is just a template. 64 into Mooncalf, 43 into Arcanist, 19 into Healthy. You can put more out of here into here if you want, but I feel I need quite a bit into the recoveries since we're on lower stats besides the health. 15 into Tenacity, 66 into Shadow Ward. I don't put any into Tumbling because I really don't tumble. We can take a lot of damage on this build, and with the CCs being sort of broke as they were, I just try to sit there and take it and pretty much wait and get out of it and then dot people up while I'm in it. So I just put a lot more into Shadow Ward. You can put even more into here if you'd like. I have 43 into Blessed, 72 into Master at Arms. You can put some into Physical Expert if you want. 44 into Thaumaturge for our damage over time, which is really good with our Searing Strike and our Noxious Breath. 55 into Piercing, none into Precise because we really have no crit at all. So it will help with your heals, but I just haven't found it necessary. So 55 into Precise, and then 56 into Mighty. 72 into Ironclad, 29 into Resistance, 37 into Thick Skin, 43 into Elemental Defender, 43 into Hardy, 32 into Quick Recovery, gives us those extra heals coming in, which is nice from ourselves and others, and then 14 into Heavy Armor, and like I said, you can place these however you'd like, move them around to fit your playstyle. Also, I almost forgot, I am still, for our race, I am still a Dark Elf. You can go Imperial, honestly, or Nord, or Orc. Any of those work really well. I think I covered everything. Sorry, I was trying to make it quick. If I missed anything, just let me know in the comments down below, and I'll try to get back to you or answer any of the questions. I appreciate everyone stopping by the channel and checking it out, and I'll catch you on the next build video.